Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Let's dig in and take a look at Bitcoin's technical analysis. We'll start off with the weekly chart. It hasn't changed much since yesterday. Let me see here. It's okay. I really wanted to expand. Here we go. There we go. That's a little bit bigger. Make sure that my face is not in the way. It hasn't changed much since yesterday. We still have a white weekly candle, so that's positive. Everything else pretty much remained the same. All the indicators hasn't changed much. So I'll leave this here for you to review. But I'm going to go to the daily chart where we have some changes. Here we are in the daily chart. I'm going to go through what I mentioned yesterday and see how it has changed. So let's start with where it's going. So BTC on the daily chart continues to consolidate slightly up in the descending channel toward the resistance line. 7 of 9 candles are bullish. So this is funny. I typed everything up and then now it's just changed. So anyways, so it was right here. This is where we were. And this candle right here, the current candle, it just changed to white. It was red for like over an hour. And I was typing everything up. And it changed now to white. Because this change, I'll show you what changed that caused it. Right here, the dollar index started dropping down. This morning was going up, so Bitcoin dropped. And then the dollar index started going down and Bitcoin started going up along with the tech sectors and the stock markets in general. See, they went up. Right here, this is NASDAQ. This is S&P 500. This is the Dow. So, like, as I was typing this stuff, is crazy. Anyways, so this was a red. I even type. I'll show you here. So I'm gonna change this. You can see it. I'm just gotta copy and paste it in for you. I typed this ahead of time to make this process quicker for you, so you don't have to wait too long. So what I typed here was, it says BTC on the daily chart continues to consolidate slightly up in the descending channel toward the resistance line, but printed another red doji candle. Well, it's no longer red. So, oh man, how things just changed. And this is on the daily chart. Like when I'm doing the hourly chart, it's even crazier. So I'm just gonna erase that one. It's no longer red. But it could change though. So when I say white candle, it means green candle on your chart. Okay. Cool. That could change into, I have a feeling it could change into a red candle though, but we'll see. It's just really tiny. A doji candle has got a small body with 2 wicks on top that's a little bit longer. And that shows indecisiveness in the market because it's balanced between sellers and buyers. So let me change my... so we get this corrected. Okay. So that part's done. Okay, so next on the KDJ, I mentioned that the KDJ continues to fan up, and it did that. The white J line is above the blue K and the red D line, and I had 2 balls here. So it did that. White candle kept it yesterday, and then but what you want to see here is that you notice how the white candle, the white line, the J line, is starting to level off here. Yep, that's what it's doing. So here's what I typed up for today. The change would be KDJ is starting to level off near the top, like I mentioned, signaling a potential price reversal, maybe. But I put a crap here because in the meantime, I believe it's going to go sideways. Okay? Because right here, the J line, the white J line, is near the top of this range already. So where else can it go? It can go flat or it can go slightly down. But it could go even more up. But it's unlikely because the pattern here has been really small, tiny candles. So more than likely it's going to consolidate sideways, crabbing sideways, and then slowly drop back down. And potentially the price, this candle may turn red by the time we're done. Okay, so next, on the MACD, previously I said that the white MACD line crossed above the red signal line. It did that. But the bar heights are still short, weak bullish. Okay, still the same. I'm not going to change that one. And remember, the MACD is a lagging indicator. So it's slowly behind. Next, let's go down to the RSI and MOM and the CVD area. I previously said RSI and MOM are trending up sharply while CVD is trending up moderately. I had two little bulls there. Let's see what I have for the new one. Make sure. This is a lot of work, guys. Okay, so my new analysis for this area is that RSI and CVD are leveling off, and so RSI is the red line here. You can see it. It's just angling flatter. It's not going up as much on the slope. And the CVD is the aqua line here. It was going up, but it's leveling off. But depending on what the price action today is, it could change its direction and go up again. But this is what is happening now. And so signaling consolidation or price reversal. I just put a crab here. More than likely in the day to day, it's going to crab like it's been doing. But I still hold a strong belief that it's going to go down because it's tested mid 39s a couple times and just keep dropping back down and consolidate right in this area right here around 38, mid 38s. And so and the buildup for these longs are getting bigger and bigger, and so that's where the money is. So going down or flashing down would make more sense as far as where they can make the most money in profit. Let me remove some of these. Okay. So on the hourly chart, I previously I had a rating of crab plus a bull. It did that. We'll see that on the hourly chart, and then it fell back down. I'm going to change that to crab. Crab meaning it's going to go sideways. Yeah, the stock market is kind of weak right now, even though it's trending up slightly and having a little bit of recovery from previous times, but it's not strong enough to pull Bitcoin at a sustained level above 39 towards 40. Unless that changes, it could change depending on the what the various tech companies will report this week. So that's the update for this. Let me up this too, so I know I updated it. All right, let's move to the hourly chart, where it's a little bit more choppy. Choppy, when I say choppy, think about like a saw blade, you know, and you see the little angles going up and down. That's choppiness. Or you think about chopping like food, you know, the knife going up and down. That's choppiness. All right. So I added this right here, but we'll cover that in a second. Last night during my first live stream, I'm so sorry, I forgot your name, but someone asked about a bow flag. And they're like, hey, is that a bow flag? And I drew this during that segment, and I left it because I thought that was pretty cool that he or she or they spotted that. And so it kind of like a bow flag is, you know, you have a pole here and then a flag here. What that signal is that the flag's going to end up going this way. If price goes up this way, it's going to break through this line right here, and then it shoots up this way, replicating the pole. So that's the same size as the pole, same angle. It kind of did that eventually, right here, but it was not sustainable because it was manipulated. I'll show you that on the heat map. So that was kind of cool. It was like almost right. You know, a real bow flag would be going shooting up this way, and then it would like continue to go up. But this one was manipulated, so it went up, dropped back down, right into that same zone where it has been riding. So good for you for spotting the bow flag. That was awesome. I love it, you know, when people like take their learning and apply it, because that's how you get better. So I'm going to delete that. Okay, so let's take a look at this one was added today. BTC crabbed sideways and moved up to test the mid 39K zone and drop back down to the same level it was crabbing at. That's what I just said. Expect more consolidation sideways with choppiness. So up and down, up and down. A lot of times when I use slang, I usually write a little bit more detail about it because I really hate it when people use slangs or jargon, and it can confuse people. But it's a good descriptive word. I gave a warning sign here. It says be prepared for a potential flash crash down. I've covered that in a previous video about the bull trap, so take a look at that. So in the meantime, it's going to crab. It's going to crab. But remember though, boredom leads to strong price movement up or down. I said that back here, and bam, that's what it did here. So we've been riding in this range for a bit. So anytime now. Let's go down and take a look at, oh yeah, this level here, remember, is a high volume traded level. You can see that by the red line that's horizontal going across here. And so to break this, it's going to be pretty tough. But if it does, it's going to fall. It'll fall somewhere near here, which is around mid 37s. But if it drops below here, then it could go down further. On the heat map, there were two walls that moved, and they appeared early in the morning at around 34, two of them around that area. So they're preparing for some kind of movement down towards below here. So is that possible? Sure. Always be prepared. Let's take a look at the indicators. Previously I said that the KDJ, the white J line, rose, and this is where it was, rose above the blue K and the red D line in the last 14 hours. Now that's trending down, and all three are pinched together. You see that right here? They're pinched together. There's a high probability that J will trend down below the K and the D line after that big move. Guess what it did? It trended down. Trended down, hit this level right down here, which is around 18, 19, and then bounce back up and just kind of trade it in this zone. There are two white lines that you should pay attention to in the KDJ. One is around 80, and the other one's around 20. And you notice how it just kind of trades in that range. Yep. it's going to continue to do that. But let's see what I said here. I think I said some of it already. So sorry. Here you go. Let's move this here. Let's paste that in here. And change the color. Okay. Here's the updated note. BTC crapped sideways and moved up to test the mid 39K zone. You can see that it went boom, boom, boom. And then here's a big increase right there. It hit bottom in the 20 right there. It says 20 in the 20 line area, and then pop back up as it increased. And you can see here, drop back down with that candle, and then pop back up into that 80 zone. Yeah. So I don't really talk about this much, but I should. Like RSI, there's a range that it tends to trade in. When it's in the upper range here, that's bullish. When it's down, when it's down below here, expect to move up. When it's up here, expect to move down. And sometimes it even goes really high, like when you have movement like that, like right here. Okay, so expect more consolidation sideways with choppiness up and down. So yeah, when you can see this right here. And I put a crab there. Next on the MACD. Oops. MACD, we were back here in the MACD. I said MACD had a big swing up and now it's near the top. What that meant was, you see that MACD line, the white line up here? MACD also has a range. Here's the bottom, here's the top. The line in the middle is a neutral line, 0. It's and then anything below that is bearish. Anything above that is bullish. It's near the top of the bullish side. So that's where we were. And it looks like it's peaking at there near the top. Expect the histogram bars to taper down in the next handful of hours. So we were here. Guess what? It tapered down in the next 2 hours, and then it went below the 0 line into the negative territory, but with with short bars. So you can see that it continued with these short bars. So let's take a look at. Let me change some of these so I know where I am. Okay, so KDJ, MACD. Okay, so that's, wait a minute. Oh no, that is this description. My bad. No wonder I was like, that doesn't look right. So let me change that. Right here. Here's the real description. Okay, let me move the crab down here a little bit. So the updated is, let's change that color. It's still crabby, but the white J line is under the blue K line and the red D line. So that's right here. It's hard to see because they're really tiny. And flattening out below. What? Oh, it's flattening out below. That doesn't make sense. And curving back up towards 80. The white J line is under the blue K and the red D. That's true. And flattening out below. So right here. So this is not right. They are flattening out. Oh, I missed some words. Okay. So I'm flattening out. So they both. Yeah. So this is important. So let's cover this. I'm glad I caught that because it would confuse you all. Yeah, this one is a really important part. Okay, so I want to show you something that's really interesting. So like I said, the K, wait a minute. Oh God. Oh man, that's not right. The KDJ line is up here. I think I'm off today. Let's go. My bad. Okay, I have a copy here. This is, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the KDJ line is the same as what I said before because it's up here. And I'm looking at the MACD thinking it's KDJ, so I'm like really super confused. So KDJ line remains the same, but the MACD line, here's something you got to know about the MACD line, which is pretty cool. Oops, that's changing the wrong thing. On TradingView, the really annoying thing is sometimes you click on one of these signal, like a text box or something, and you click somewhere else, it doesn't change. You see that? It's still highlighting this one. So it can be very confusing. And you could update the wrong box. It happens to me all the time with TradingView. Okay, here's the updated one. And this is pretty cool about MACD. Show you. Okay, so on the MACD, take a look at some trends here. So MACD has a range, like I mentioned to you. It's got a middle line, and it's got an upper zone where it's bullish, and it's got a lower zone where it's bearish. And so if you look back here, you see how MACD was at the top, and then slowly over time, it turned it down, down, hit the bottom right here. And you notice as it's trending and the two lines are close together, the bars are, histogram bars are shorter. And then as they diverge, or the white MACD line separates from the red signal line, the bars get larger. But look what happens. Even though this thing is consolidating sideways, MACD is dropping down. But look what happens. When it hits bottom here, which is right here, and then it starts to curve back up again, look what happens. Boom. And then these bars came in. And so it rose up above towards the top, and watch what happens. It's riding at the top, and the price is consolidating up here. Price consolidating, but you notice it's starting to drop back down again, right? Starting to drop back down, and then you get a little spike here, but overall that doesn't mean much. But you want to look at the overall trends. I'm gonna zoom in here. You notice right here that both of them are dropping down. So what does that mean? That means that if that pattern can, whoa, that's not what I want. If that pattern continues, what's going to happen is it's going to drop, it's going to consolidate, and then a big drop like this might happen. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that drop because there's a lot of long liquidation levels that is waiting to get liquidated. That could happen. And so when could it happen? Well, take a look. Right here, it was above. If we move here and you look at the numbers there, the white was at negative 34, while the red was at 7. Let's see. Make sure I got that right. Hang on. Yeah. So when the white line touched the 0 mark, pretty much, you see that? When it touched the 0 mark, that's what you got to be looking for. When the white line touches the 0 mark and the red line follows, that could happen. Guess where we are? The white line is roughly at 156. So 156, and if it continues to drop down towards 0, this could happen. Just another way to look at things using the MACD. I thought that might be helpful for you. Let's go take a look at the yeah, but it's quite a distance from 0, so we still have time. But a manipulated market could come anytime with a flash. I have additional notes here that I should put in here. Not sure if it will fit, but we're gonna do it anyways. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, I'm doing this for some of you who say that you have a hard time watching all the videos, and it's helpful to have some kind of text. So hopefully this will help you. It's a lot of work though. I could be done with the video by now. Okay, there we go. Okay, that'll work. All right, let's go to the RSI sections, but I gotta update all these stuff here. All right, go down to the RSI section. Last time I said RSI, CVD, and MOM trending up, but CVD and MOM are flattening with a slight downward slope. RSI still has a steep ascending slope. So last time we were right here, right? So RSI, CVD, and MOM trending up. So it did right here. It was trending up, and it kind of dropped slightly, but pretty much going horizontal the whole time. So it did follow the crab pattern, just crab sideways. Let's see what the new note says. Oh man, it like chose the wrong box again. Come on, TradingView, update this thing. Get so confused. All right, here we go. So we're gonna move this to here, and my new note says in the last 24 hours, on average, RSI and MOM are trending slightly down, and you want to measure this. How RSI is red, it goes from the top here and trace to the current line. There's a slight trend down, even though it has choppiness in the middle. The overall trend is turning down. And RSI is currently at 54, which is like the middle of the range. Bottom of the RSI is over sold. At the top is overbought. Well, the CVD has risen slightly. So CVD is the aqua line here. If you start here and you go up to here, there's a slight increase, even though it did fluctuate a bit. So it's bearish on the first one for RSI and MOM and with the crab, and also for the CVD, it's a crab and a bullish. Overall, it's going to be crabby. It's going to go sideways like this, and that's what I would expect. Okay, next, let's take a look at, let me change some of these, the heat map. I love heat map. It's so cool. Okay, so let's zoom Zoom out here. So if you take a look at some of these rises here, I had to shut down heat map earlier because I didn't want it to crash when I'm recording. But you take a look at some of the recent rises in here. They're like right here, these bubbles here, they're not organic. Like this one's 230.69, this one's 334. Some of these right here, they're not organic. I can't zoom back there further, but let me see if I can load up something else. I have a copy. I always have a backup plan, you know? So here we go. So you can see this is back to January the 30th. You can see some of the price rising right here. See, that's not organic right there. And then this is pretty organic going sideways, but then some of these right here, that's not organic. These right here are not organic. And so and this was when it got up to almost 39. This move here and this move here, that's not organic. This move here is not organic either. But some of these are. Some of these are. So, but here's the current heat map. You can see the aggregated heat map. And then let's zoom out here. You can see some levels. Again, this spoofing spoofing sell walls at the top, spoofing buy walls at the bottom, trying to manipulate the price to go in a certain direction. But what I want you to pay attention to is these two buy walls below. They came in at roughly just before, like roughly 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They just appeared. Why? And notice this one wall right here is getting larger. So the more red the color, the larger it becomes. So why did they appear? Are they expecting the price to drop down here? Maybe. And why is this solidifying stronger? And you notice like these two walls down here, guess what? More than likely, they took their portion and moved it up here. You see that? They're saying, okay, we don't expect it to drop down here yet, but we expect it to drop maybe here, so we're going to move it here. But look at that. That's not coincidence, right? That's calculated. But also, notice this wall right here at 30,000. See this, how red it was right here? Right at this point, you see how it got lighter? You see how it got lighter right here? This was red, now it's more orange. And guess what? Bet you anything, part of that went up here and here. So, this is 35, this is 34, this is 33. Guess what? The level for liquidating longs comes down to here, and they would liquidate a lot to benefit, to take the opposite position. So that's about wraps it up for the Bitcoin technical analysis. I know it's kind of long, so but I hope you got something out of it. And please smash the like, ring my bell, and hit subscribe. And remember, please, please, please leave a comment. Appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video later today. Peace out.